Are we back? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? We should be back. Oh, my internet fucking sucks. Alright, now you can hear me? Ugh. I hate bad internet. I fucking pay good money for it. Shit pisses me off. And mine is like one big blur. I'm glad I can see you guys clear, but that is like one big blur. I'm so aggravated. What's up, Steph? Hey, Kim. Hey, Leo's wife. Hey, Dari. See, this is the screen I was supposed to be originally. I don't know what happened. Did you take my... No, you weren't a wrench on this channel. Alright. So what's up? I'm back. So, alright, here's the deal. As you guys know already. What's up, Dari? As you guys know already, I have 1,200 subs to get to 10,000. Once I hit 10,000 on this channel, then I can go ahead and sell merch from it and get that little shelf. So I'm really excited. I know, right? No logo, no specialized. What's up, Meerkat? I tell you though, this channel's been down so much, it's going to take me a little while to build it back up again. Hey, Jess. Hey, Tori. Welcome back, Kata. And it sucks too, because last time it got shut down, I was just up to doing like, 200-300 in a live, and boom, shut down. So maybe it'd be better if I'm short, if people don't come. Okay. So, has anybody seen... I am so excited about this. I still have to watch episode 5, which I think I'm going to watch while I'm doing some editing later. Who has not seen, or who has seen, put a 1 in the chat if you've seen this McMillion on HBO documentary. Pirate told me about it Sunday night, and I got hooked on it. I was watching like in between calls today at work. Absolutely fucking hooked on it. And if a lot of you guys haven't seen it, that's fine. I may run it on DLive or for members only. All right, I'm going to ask a 2-part question. Who was over the age of 40? Who was around in the 80s and 90s that remembers the Monopoly game for McDonald's? Okay, so a lot of you guys have not seen it. So, perfect time for me to run it on DLive. Or even do like a members only. But I really want to open this up to as many people as possible because I am fucking hooked on it. Me, meaning you have seen it or you have not seen it. Kimberly, you've seen it? Does me mean you have not seen it? Or me means you want to see it? Oh, you're old enough. Okay. Hey, Lupus Warrior. I've seen 3 episodes and I'm over 40. All right. Oh, over the age question. Okay. Me, we know about Monopoly. Okay. So I don't want to go out of order in this and give too much away. So hold on. Let me give you the premise. Yeah, the Monopoly game that everyone thought they were going to win $1 million. Hold on. Okay. Had to pull up my notes. My computer is so slow. This is killing me. Oh my God, Stacy, tell me he is not the biggest fucking trip ever. I'm like, how do you not like this guy? He's just so funny. No, Val, what I'm going to do is a lot of people, I didn't de-wrench anybody. This channel, I had originally de-wrenched a lot when I was off of it. But what I'm going to do is on this channel and my reaction channel, I'm going to alternate the mods. I'm going to give some members mods. Like Bonnie, I'm going to give a wrench to some new people, just so it's not the same people on all 3 channels. I did that originally. And let's see. I'll wait for more. Right now, I mean, I really don't need money. Hey, Rachel. All right. So back in the 80s, late 80s, 90s, everybody thought that they were going to win $1 million in McDonald's Monopoly game. You would like peel it off and everything, and everybody wanted a piece of it. So most of the time you won like free fries or something. Like nobody ever fucking won. And when you look, hey Judy, you look and you see, like you look at the paper, oh, this one won $1 million. Like, yeah, of course, they're homeless. Like it always happens, you know, middle class never wins shit. So that's how it was for a long time. From 1989 to 2001, I didn't even realize they ran it that long. There were no legitimate winners in McDonald's Monopoly game. Now, you sit there and you think, why? Some of this I knew, but a lot of this I did not know. What I did not know is that the Colombo crime family was in on that scam. I had no idea. And I would never think. Now, in all fairness, McDonald's didn't know either. This had nothing to do with McDonald's. Like, they had no idea that the head of Simon marketing was kind of involved in the Colombo crime family. And what's his name? One of the Colombos, the one on my cover, I forgot his fucking name. He was part of the scam. He won a Viper, allegedly, but they had this so meticulously, like so meticulous how they did this. And I mean, McDonald's was pretty heavily protected. Like you had to walk with a security guard and everything, and how to get to him. And all of a sudden they got a phone call about Uncle Jerry. Nobody knew who Jerry was. The FBI thought this caller was crazy, but they were like, hey, fuck it. You know what? Let's look into it. And they looked into it and they had no idea what they were going to uncover. None at all. And it turns out that every single winning ticket above like $100,000 was part of this scam. And they would call people. Like they would call like friends. And Colombo had this Ringo where if you wanted $1 million ticket, you had to give him like $100,000 up front. He gave you the ticket and then you had to give him, it was like $50,000 a month for 20 years. But then you had to pay taxes on it. So it ended up being like after you paid off Colombo, you ended up with like $10,000 a month. All right, not for nothing. I could take $10,000 a month. I could live on $10,000 a month. I wouldn't have had to work anymore. But it was just really interesting the way this whole operation went on for so many years and never got busted. Ever. I'm still waiting for Public Clearinghouse 2. So, all right. So there's an FBI agent, Doug Matthews. It was a $24 million fraud scheme. And that's where this movie, McMillion's documentary, started from. The downside is that viewers might need a conspiracy wall, complete with a corkboard, red string, and index cards, because it's really hard to follow. But I think they did a phenomenal job with it. So if for some reason you live in a... Thank you, Brighter Days. If for some reason you live under a rock, or you're under the age of 20, or you have no idea what McDonald's Monopoly game was, is exactly what it sounds like. So it involved tiny pieces of Monopoly board. Like you collected Boardwalk and Park Place, and then you won something big. The object was to collect various Monopoly properties that could be redeemed for cash prizes, with some instant win pieces ranging from free food and cars, vacations, millions of dollars. It started in 1987 from Simon Marketing, which I know everybody's pretty much heard of Simon Marketing. They were huge. Thank you, Brighter Days. Everyone, Purple Heart, Brighter Days. Yeah, I'm leaving this up, Dove. So, Simon Marketing, which is the company that created the Happy Meal, it was a huge success. It boosted McDonald's earnings by 40%. Huge. So just like casinos and lotteries, that kind of gambling, everybody wanted. McDonald's monopoly led to attempted fraud and theft of the high-value game pieces. Knowing this would happen, though, McDonald's and Simon hired Dittler Brothers Printing, a firm so secure that it handles U.S. postage stamps and lottery tickets, to make the pieces. So McDonald's was totally covering their track. There's no way that anybody was going to leak. There's no way that anyone was going to get out. There's just no way that it's going to happen. No way. They had triple security and quadruple security, and it was just not going to happen. What's up, Nini? I always want a fry, too. Sometimes I want a Coke. So they hired this printing company to make the pieces. The safeguards were Dittler and Simon created for the game were very complex, very complex. The high-value pieces were held in a vault that could only be opened by 2 people simultaneously entering a key code, while the stickers themselves were created with intentional imperfections and watermarks that were only visible under black light to protect forgery. Once the pieces were ready to be taken to a factory to be placed at random on a soda cup or a Big Mac package, they'd be placed in an envelope with a special tamper-proof seal that could only be opened by 1 employee. Unfortunately for McDonald's, that man was the scammer. So that's part of the layout. Now, Uncle Jerry, Jerome Jacobson, was a former Florida cop who, after leaving the force due to chronic nervous system illness, started a career in private security, eventually landing at Dittler Brothers and Simon worldwide. He oversaw the production of the hundreds of millions of Monopoly pieces, personally delivered all of the big money winners before they were put into the world. Okay. Now, knowing the ins and outs of the system, he, inspired by a psychic's prediction that he would receive a big windfall, figured out ways to steal some of the pieces. At this point, he did not take all the pieces. He was just taking some of them. He started by giving his stepbrother a $25,000 win, figuring that their different last names wouldn't cause any suspicion where the prize got redeemed. When that plan worked, he repeated the ruse. He then enlisted other acquaintances who'd pay him for the prize piece and have someone else redeem it, kind of muddying the trail back to him, and they would all split the difference. They would all get a piece of it. We never had a chance. Exactly. So what happened in 1995 was that when 3 things happened that would take the scam to a whole new level. 1, getting the Colombo crime family involved. But depending on your moral compass, or it could sink to new depths, depending on how you want to look at it. First, Jacobson discovered that Simon had rigged the game so nobody in Canada could win it. That sucks too. Then he mistakenly received a package full of those tampered-resistant seals, allowing him to swap out the game pieces and close the envelopes again as if nothing happened. And next, he met with a co-conspirator who would recruit multiple winners and gave him the name Uncle Jerry. Honorary. The problem was this man was Jerry Colombo from the Colombo crime family. Yeah, you don't fuck with the Mafia. So now, not even realizing it, the entire fucking Italian mob is involved in this. You have the biggest fucking crime family in the Mafia that's involved in selling all these pieces and a part of all these pieces. So yeah, so they were giving out to people. So he was from Brooklyn. Now, if you go back and notice, a lot of the winners were from South Carolina area, North Carolina, New York, and Florida. There's a reason for it. So he was related to Joseph Colombo, who was the head of the New York Mafia. Jerry's brother Frank spoke publicly on the subject for the first time in McMillions, describes him as a combination of Marlon Brando, Joe Pesci, or Al Capone and Rodney Dangerfield put into one. Soon after both Jerrys hooked up and he got part of the crime family, they actually met by chance in Atlanta. Jacobson gave Colombo a prize ticket for a new Viper. Having learned nothing about showing off from Goodfellas, Colombo even appeared in a McDonald's ad waving the key to the Viper, though in actuality he took the cash equivalent because the sports car was too small for him. Soon he was setting up family members and friends with $1 million tickets, each time taking a cut for himself. One of the winners included the father of his wife, Robin, one of the most memorable characters of McMillions, and that is true. His wife was whacked. I don't know. She looked like she was on drugs or something. She was whacked. Now, they also say in the docuseries, Robin recounts nearly eating a gray M&M, which was a $1 million prize winner in a Mars contest run by another arm of Simon Marketing. So this guy was making all his money scamming. And he had a gray M&M that he won, or someone in his family won, due to anything that Simon Marketing was involved in. I mean, this was a huge fucking crime. This was big, huge. Like, you want to talk about true crime? It doesn't get bigger than this. You have the head of a security company, huge, that's handling like lotto tickets. And he's getting the fucking winning lotto tickets and handing them out and selling them to his friends. Like, this went on for years. Hold on, I gotta let Buka in. Years. That's crazy. Ow. Ow. So, no, it didn't happen at Burger King. I agree, Stacy. Totally agree with that. It's got to be rigged. Has to be. So, alright. So let's get back to this. And I'm like so excited about it because it just has, this is a story that just has everything. It has sex. It has drugs. It has gambling. It has the mafia. It has Twisted. It just has, this is like a sexy story. And it's got a documentary to boot. So, yeah, I will not eat McDonald's. Nope. So, as the man got closer, Colombo started referring to Jacobson as Uncle Jerry, as uncle was a term of respect in Italian culture. Colombo lived lavishly and invested in strip clubs, fighting local governments in South Carolina that tried to prevent him from opening. He had this strip club called the Bunny something. I don't remember the whole name, but it was the Bunny something. And they kept trying to shut him down. And it was like his brother who, and I'm going to get sidetracked from this, but this is really interesting. So his brother, Colombo's brother, pretty straight-laced guy, but knowing where he comes from, his wife didn't even know his name for the first, 7 months that they dated. I could relate to that because I knew a Tony Gambino who you would not ever meet his grandfather for years. I don't think he met his grandfather since he was an adult. He never wanted to tell anybody his last name. And that's what this girl was saying. Like, she married him. She did not even know he was a Colombo for 6 months that they were dating. I think he finally told her. So he's obviously involved too, but he wasn't involved in this scam. But he's pretty proud of his, Colombo roots. So, in 1998, Miami New Times News of the World piece mentions his divinely inspired effort to get around an ordinance against stripping. In January, the Fuzzy Bunny, that's what it was called. So he featured Bible reading followed by a procession of pasty-wearing dancers. That's how he got around it. He wasn't stupid. Now, in a tragic twist, while Colombo was trying to save his marriage to Robin that same year, my back is a little better. He was injured in a car accident along the Georgia-South Carolina border and died in a hospital 2 weeks later. Rather than give up on the scheme, Jacobson decided to find new help. So now he went to drug traffickers. Here's the thing, though. The brother of Colombo could have taken over. He chose not to. He went to his mom's house, Robin's mom's house, to get like $150,000 in cash. Gone. Everything that was in Colombo's house, Jerry Colombo's house, gone. The wife took everything and told the brother that they got robbed. She had nothing. She took everything with her. They had a son, and the son is featured in the documentary. He seems like a pretty cool kid, like well-rounded. He's like, I never realized how much my dad loved me till I now have my own kid. Didn't really talk much about the mom other than that's his mom and he loves his mom. I mean, honestly, as fucked up as his mom seemed, he seemed to grow up okay. What's up, Erica? The name of the doc is McMillions. So, while he had such success doing this, it made him kind of above super confident. Like, nobody's ever going to bust him. Nobody's ever going to call the police. Nobody's ever going to contact the FBI. Like, there's no reason to. He had already perfected his method of swapping out the winning tickets. Now, also, there was a flight attendant who he owed money to. He owed like $100,000. He gave her like $100,000 ticket. Now, people were giving him like their life savings. They were putting mortgages up just to be able to get that $1 million ticket. So this one, she gave him a lot of money and he died. Who's she going to call and say he owes me money? So from what I can tell, I'm only on episode 4. From what I can tell, she got fucked. Because I don't know how she was ever going to recover that. Everybody else got their money. Why everybody's not in jail, I don't know. But let me give you the rest of the rundown. So, he was accompanied by a female chaperone on all his trips to McDonald's factories. He'd open and reseal the envelopes in airport men's rooms. That's why he always went with a female. Because he would go into the bathroom, he would open shit up, he would switch it around. And you know how you go to a vending machine and you put in a quarter or 50 cents and you turn it and you get those plastic things? You know what I'm talking about? Like the kid toys come in. That's what each winning ticket was in. He had them in his refrigerator. He had them in the closet. He had them everywhere. But they were in those plastic things with the caps on it that are really hard to get off. Those. It got to the point where he really seemed like untouchable. Yeah, grocery store winnings. The plastic bubbles, yes. So whether it was out of kindness of his heart or because he thought it would help his case if he got caught, he anonymously sent $1 million ticket to St. Jude. He said that it was an anonymous thing, that they did this whole story about it, that somebody sent $1 million, somebody won $1 million ticket and felt so good about it that he wanted to donate the entire millions, but he wanted to stay anonymous, but he wanted to donate the entire $1 million to St. Jude. So they had this big thing for it. I left too, Stacy. So that was in 1998. That made national news. But he still needed more recruiters. So through a chance encounter on a cruise ship, he met Don Hart, who was also in Georgia. Previously ran a trucking company. Once involved in the scam, Hart brought in 2 other men, Richard Courtier and Andrew Glum. Courtier liked to give his monopoly pieces away at parties, while Glum, who had done prison time for transporting cocaine on a flight, gave his pieces to people who were in dire needs of funds. One of them just happened to be a man who was convicted of dealing 400 pounds of cocaine in 1999. The final recruiter was an upstanding Mormon real estate developer named Dwight Baker, who had fallen on hard times after injuring his spine in a tragic accident. He had his wife and 5 kids, and they'd been collecting Monopoly pieces in hopes of winning some, payoff of tens of thousands of dollars that he owed in back taxes. Baker, in turn, gave Jacobson prize pieces to his foster son, his sister-in-law, and other friends who, like previous winners, would set up these phony residents and accounts so it appeared as if they live in different parts of the country. Unfortunately for them, the FBI was onto them because the agents were already working. The FBI called it Operation Final Answer. They had all these different names at first, but that was the one they kept on. It is, right, Dari? This is like so me. So they never said who the anonymous tip was, but there was an anonymous tip received to the FBI in 2000. That's when the FBI learned that 3 recent Monopoly winners were all connected to a mysterious man named Uncle Jerry. Didn't bog down the other cases, initially didn't follow up on the tip, but his partner Doug Matthews, who's by far the best part of McMillions, and I absolutely agree with that. This FBI agent is a fucking trip. Saw a note on the agent's desk that just said McDonald's Monopoly fraud and wondered what it was. Now, at the time, Doug Matthews was a brand new FBI agent. He said he was working on bullshit stuff. He was bored to death. He wanted to really get in on this. He was like, this is it. This is going to take me away from this boring fucking insurance scams stuff. I mean, just amazing. I love him too, Stacey. He's great. Hey, what's up, Audra? He was absolutely great. So the FBI soon established that there was something fishy happening with the McDonald's game. The odds of winning the jackpot were 1 in 250 million. The odds of 3 people connected people winning were virtually impossible. So after rejecting names involving Mick and the Hamburglar, they called the official investigation Final Answer, choosing a code name in honor of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the co-sponsor of that year's Monopoly contest. Without knowing it, if one or more McDonald's corporate employees were on the fix, they eventually approached the company and explained what was happening. Now, mind you, McDonald's had no idea what was going on. They thought for sure this was legit. There was no reason for them not to think it was legit. They absolutely thought, hands down, it's legit. So the operation soon grew to involve wiretaps. With the help of McDonald's marketing employee Amy, a ruse that deployed undercover agents, including Matthews, posing as production crew to film the suspicious jackpot winners, telling their stories about finding the prices. So her and this Doug that we all love, the FBI agent, created this scam that they were, I know I'm talking like a mile a minute. They created this scam in order to make it look like that they were doing the right thing. That, they're interviewing and they're not the FBI and they're working for people and they're so excited and they want other people to get excited because they're excited. So on and so forth. How am I doing not looking at chat, guys? I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Although I feel like I'm going a mile a minute. But I think I'm doing good. Anyone that's on my Life Perplexed channel, I know some of you guys aren't, but anyone that's on my Life Perplexed channel, you guys know what I'm talking about the chat. I'm doing great, right, Stacey? I'm trying. This is kind of like a, with little people in here, it's a good time to practice. So, it included Robin Colombo's father and Michael Hoover, who's a Florida man who used his money to buy a boat he named the Ruthless Scoundrel. Now, the FBI agent had this plan. We should bring everyone into Vegas and then just arrest them all. Because they were convinced that every single person knew that it was a scam. But everyone else was saying, nah, you can't really do that. You can't just arrest everybody because, wouldn't you maybe do it? Wouldn't you try to not get involved? Like if someone told you, hey, give me $100,000, I'm going to give you $1 million ticket. Now there was this one woman, she was, I think, the first winner of the million. she was really standoffish. She did not feel right about this whole thing. She's like, it's just not right. It's something about this just is not right. Then she got involved with the crime family, and she's like, I'm not even making money, and this is dumb, and she was paranoid, and you could see it in her face. Thank you, Kim. You could totally see it in her face. So, the fraud plot eventually blew up in 2001 when McDonald's, at the FBI's request, delayed sending out the prize money, leading the perpetrators to panic and blab about it all over their tap phones. That was enough for the feds to move in and nab the conspirators. So the aftermath of it was Jacobson, Glum, Hover, and Baker, along with his wife and sister-in-law, were among the 8 people arrested on August 22nd of 2001. In all, 51 people were indicted on the case, mostly on fraud and conspiracy charges. Jacobson pled guilty and was sentenced to three years plus in prison and ordered to pay $12.5 million in restitution. Baker was excommunicated by the Mormons, but his foster son had his conviction overturned when a court agreed that it couldn't disprove his claim that Baker conned him into the conspiracy. Robert Colombo would claim that her late husband's parents tipped off the FBI as revenge for her trying to keep her son away from them, and the Mafia got 18 months in jail. She became a born-again Christian and released a book, From a Mafia Widow to God's Child, in 2006. And McDonald's itself didn't escape mess unscathed, facing several lawsuits in the ensuing years. The company and Simon Marketing both sued each other in 2001 for breach of contract, with McDonald's finally agreeing to pay Simon $16.6 million. Now think about that. Think about the fucking irony in that. You just scammed McDonald's. You scammed McDonald's in this $24 million thing that your friends and family got, that you sold and made money on. And McDonald's had to pay Simon $16 million. Simon's the one that fucked McDonald's. I don't know who. Obviously, Simon had a much better lawyer. I do not understand that. I do not understand how McDonald's got fucked and had to pay Simon 16 grand. It doesn't make sense. 16 million. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Over 1,000 Burger King franchises filed a class action suit against McDonald's for false advertising and unfair promotion for knowingly running the monopoly game while it was compromised, though they ultimately dropped the suit. To make up for the bad PR, McDonald's also gave away $25 million in prizes, including $1 million each to people at random chain locations. Now, the most recent developments are the release of McMillions and the possibility of a movie adaptation of the story. Ben Affleck and Matt Dillon optioned the Daily Beast story in 2018, with Damon starring as and Affleck directing, though they haven't announced any further details in the project yet. So McDonald's, meanwhile, hasn't ran the Monopoly game in the U.S. since 2016, though it still takes place elsewhere in the world. 2019, British Labour Party politician Tom Watson wrote to the company to ask that it ceased the campaign and its encouragement to buy more fast food, saying it is clear that McDonald's monopoly is a danger to public health. McDonald's ran it anyway, citing the fact that people could get puzzle pieces from their carrot bag and salads, and saying customer's choice is the heart. Now, what this article does not say, every single person involved in the scam walked away. Nobody went to jail except for the 3 heads, and Colombo is dead. The 3 heads went to jail for 3 years. That's it. A year and a half, 18 months. And only one had to pay $12 million in restitution. Nobody else got in trouble. They're all free right now. How is that even right? How is that even fair? I'm telling you, if I could be a multi-millionaire and scam for years, I got news for you. I would do fucking 3 years in jail for that. Hell yeah. Live like a queen before, live like a queen after. Fuck yeah, I'm all in. I'm in. I can't even believe nobody got real jail time. And they got like white collar jail time. The head of the security is living in Georgia or Florida. He's in his 70s and he's not even on parole. He's scot-free. Makes no sense to me. So, what's up, Bad Wolf? So, that is my story for tonight. Any questions? That's what I'm saying. It's a little vacation. These guys scammed everybody. But I'm going to try to find a lawsuit between McDonald's and Simon, because I do not understand how Simon Marketing that McDonald's had to pay Simon $16 million. I don't get it. You'll be a master at scissoring. I know, right? I'll write you every day, Bed Wolf. Every day. Like Martha jail time. It's crazy. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to run the documentary on DLive so everyone can watch it. And if DLive fucks with me or shuts me down, then I will go ahead and run it on Zoom. And anyone that wants to join, I'll just send you a link. But yeah. Shit, it was crazy. Crazy. Exactly. You had no chance of winning. Unless you were related to a Colombo crime family member or some like real low dog drug dealers down in Florida. That was the only way you were going to win. Twitter link for what? My Twitter link? Crazy, right? I just couldn't even believe it. And I have episode 5 to watch. Oh, you wanted my DLive link. Someone asked my DLive link. Of course, because my internet fucking sucks. My Twitter is TwistedXCons. I'll get it in a minute. Alright, so here's my DLive. There's my DLive. And here is my Twitter. You put it in Twitter. Okay. So yeah. So that was my story I was like really excited about just because I'm in the middle of watching it. I think it's amazing. And to be honest with you, anything that has to do with the crime families is fun to me. It always makes a good story no matter what it is. This is like, my whole screen is like one big fucking blur. I can't even see anything. It's just one big blur. I'm lucky I see chat. My internet company has till tomorrow to fix this. Anyone have any questions? So as soon as my internet is fixed, I will run the episodes. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to watch it tonight. I'll have to see how my internet is. But it's really, really interesting. And it's called McMillions. And it's on HBO. That shame you pay good money. Oh, I pay really good money for my internet. I think it's just the weather that we've had. Because it's been really slow all day. But at least you guys are seeing it fine. I'm not, but at least you guys are. Yeah. Let me also, hold on. Let me find this other website. Oh, they shut down. Rabbit shut down in May of 2019. Well, that's why I can't find it. Can't watch the one everyone's talking about on Netflix. Yeah, that's another one I was going to do. You look very pretty tonight. Thanks for the effort you put in. Why, thank you, Bad Wolf. What happened to Laura's Bad Wolf? You got rid of that one quickly. Now, my back is definitely better. I got some help. A little help from my friends. If you used to watch this kind of case of documentaries, they make me so mad. Hope you come San Antonio. I think I'd like to take you out. You are so hot. Well, thank you, Mr. Jamie. Are you getting trolled? Not yet. Apparently still is with friends with a lot of people that help him out with the scamming. Who? I'm not getting trolled yet. Should I be? I think people are going to troll me with 56 people. It's going to take me a little while to rebuild this channel. Uncle Jerry, the guy who retired. Oh, he's still... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, you guys are good. A lot of the time I don't even see them. See who? Yeah, it has been nice and calm in here. It's been great. I can't believe they shut down Rabbit. It had 3.5 million monthly viewers. I told Ben when it was just me and him. You're mean. We'll happen quicker than... Oh, I know. I'm just telling you, I gotta get to 10,000. But that's what happens. Like, it takes a little while to rebuild, and then once it rebuilds, and then I get shut down. It's happened every time. So people were asking me about the other cases. All right. So let me go with Gannon. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name because I never followed the case. But his stepmom was in court. Oh my God, she's a fucking psycho. All she did was like smile. You saw like this half-ass smile on her face. I'm like, really? You're being arrested on first-degree murder and you're fucking smiling? Like, you got serious issues, lady. You've been off here for a while, and sometimes I listen to your old videos when I'm tired because I like the sound of your voice. Push me to sleep. Kind of weird, but whatever. Ah, thank you, Mr. Jamie. I got shut down. I had a copyright strike. Gannon Stotch. She is pure evil. I can't even believe she was, like, smiling. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, lady? Hey, Jamie, is there anything new on Making a Murderer at all? Or nothing? I haven't followed it in forever. Figure if something new came up, I would know. Nothing new at all? That sucks. How come you don't say happy hump day if you have somebody to hump? I don't have anyone to hump. Go hump them. I don't have anyone to hump. And it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. It's not Wednesday yet. Maybe in Australia. Making a Murderer update 2020. I know I used to say it all the time. I used to have someone to hump though. All right, what's this? Oh, this is probably old. Come see me in Oklahoma. Oklahoma? You probably got all cowboys. I'm waiting for Bad Wolf. Ah. You want to laugh? Making a murder of people? In 2016, in the next 30 days, Stephen Avery's attorney, Kathleen Zellner, claims she will present new forensic evidence that proves he's innocent. That was in 2016. No, lots of rockers here. I don't know. Oklahoma, though? Yeah, 2016. That was 4 years ago. Still waiting for that, Zellner. I know, right? Hey, you know what? So I put in true crime to see like what's going on, or quick highlights I could come up with. The very first story, McMillion's review, finally, the burger-related true crime series that we've been waiting for. See? I know what I'm talking about. There you go. There's Laura's Bad Wolf. What kind of shenanigans going on here? None. See, just remember, the first person to report this was me. I have a thumbnail for you to use next time you have to defend yourself against a male creator. That's why I got Laura's Bad Wolf. Laura's Bad Wolf is my new bodyguard. You live in Alabama, not too much difference. I'm from Louisiana originally. Everything is but a plane ride away. Yeah, but then what? I've seen like all of these. All the new crime documentaries, I've seen all of them. I thought The Keepers was horrible. We are behaving tonight. Yes, we are. The Cheshire Murders. I don't think I know that one. 2 ex-convicts entered the Petite family home and tortured the family. The ordeal ended with rape, arson, and a triple homicide. You guys know that? The Cheshire Murders? That looks like a good case. That's also on HBO. No, that one was horrific. That's what I like. I like horrific. See, I have to understand something about me, Amelia. Ow. Ow, I just turned wrong. I hate covering shit that everyone and their mother is covering. I hate everyone that knows me knows that about me. I hate that. That's why you don't see me covering a lot of these, like, brand new cases, because everybody covers them. Alright. So on July 22nd of 2007, 48-year-old Jennifer Hawk Pettit and 11-year-old daughter Michaela, that's Sage's middle name, went to a local grocery store in Connecticut. They picked up food for Jennifer's pre-birthday meal that Michaela planned to prepare for her. During the trip to the grocery store, they attracted the attention of Joshua or something, who followed them home. Shortly afterwards, Stephen Hayes sent a text message to Joshua that read, "I'm chomping at the bit to get started. Need a margarita soon." Hayes then texts, "We still on? Yes, Hayes. Next text soon. I'm putting the kid to bed. Hold your horses. Dude, the horses want to get loose." According to Hayes' confession, the two men had planned to rob the Pettit house under cover of darkness, leaving the family bound but otherwise unharmed. Hayes attributed to the grisly outcome to a change of plan. Upon their arrival in the early hours, they found William sleeping on a couch on the porch, struck William in the head with a baseball bat found in the yard, and tied him at gunpoint in the basement. Children and mother were then bound and locked in their respective rooms and had pillowcases put over their heads. I'm not going to tell you anymore if I'm going to cover the story. Gianni Versailles, I covered that a long time ago. This looks like a good... Hey, Yuisha, looks like a good one to do a... But you have your own style and a lot prefer your coverage. True. The crimes that were committed on that night, so brutal, was so far out of the range of normal understanding that now, more than 3 years later, we still find it difficult to accept that they happened in one of our communities. Jury recommended death. Damn. Joshua was convicted of 17 charges. Capital felony, sexual assault, murder, kidnapping, and arson. Death commuted to life without parole. Man, that's crazy. Ow. There's a road in the Pacific Northwest called the Highway of Tears. That's the strip of... That's what that strip of road anyway. Huh? This looks interesting, though. I like shit that has documentaries. Because then it kind of, you could see it. Like, visual. Or maybe that's just because how I started. There is a documentary about Highway of Tears. Oh. Interrogations. There's a show called Interrogations. Damn. Jim sees swim. They see how successful he is. I'm going to take a look at that. Interesting. Alright, so that one I gotta look into. Oh, I never showed you guys that fucking, the Don't Fuck With Cats video. I need to show that to you guys. I still haven't showed you. I Love You Now, Die. I was never interested in that case. Who killed Garrett Phillips? The Murder of Lacey Peterson. I know I'm going to, Audra. Laura's Bad Wolf, Northern BC. Oh, no shit. I know, everyone keeps telling me that. My laptop does not like Zoom or StreamYards. My internet doesn't like shit right now. Nothing. Carla Mocha was in... She wasn't in French Canada. I think she was in Ontario, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was Ontario. Beowulf, when are you going to panel up? That's what I thought, Ontario. It's so crazy. Oh, there's a TV movie about it too? Soon, I guess. Woohoo! Ow. Alright, let's see. We gotta have some crime bluffs. Chad Daybell vows to break silence on missing children soon. Why not fucking do it now? What the hell is he waiting for? Have you done Sylvia Likens? No. It's back and forth. It's better. It's a lot better than it was. Oh, there's an exclusive interview. And Ganon's stepmom. Hold on, I'm just looking at it. Did you guys hear an interview yet? The Zodiac case? Nobody will ever figure that one out.
Newest evidence in the search for 11-year-old Gannon Stout, and we've also learned new tonight released a new statement.
The sheriff's department, and he's worried about what it means for Gannon.
Fox 31's Greg Nieto on it.
Since the sheriff's office first reported that Gannon Stout was reported missing, this is the first time I've noticed that these signs.
To find Gannon and to bring him home safely.
Bring home 11-year-old Gannon Stout. A week ago yesterday, Gannon's stepmom telling authorities the young man left on foot to go play. He hasn't been seen since. 184 tips over the past week. This one possibly the biggest.
Camera eyes got online.
Fox 31, the first station to discover a neighbor's surveillance footage.
And then I saw him come out the house and get in the vehicle. And then I was like, something isn't right.
Neighbor Roderick Drayton saying his video shows Gannon and his stepmom together a week ago Monday at about 10:13 a.m.
She backed up.
That's kind of how Mom got busted. I don't know. It looks like it's a 4-part interview. I just don't understand why. Oh no, it's older. I just don't understand. Why you would kill your stepson. I mean, a court appearance is a joke. She's sitting there like fucking smiling. Come on. So remember that case? The one that Jeffree Star found, and I covered it? Great and fascinating look at the truck pulling in. He pretty much was able to prove Gannon was in the truck also. Well, yeah, it showed that. But remember the guy that Jeffree Star, the 2-1 that he was killed, 2 people that killed. Oh, that guy that killed him is not competent to stand trial. The one that ate him. Kyron in Oregon, that's the one we need to know about. She killed her stepson. Kyron? Ow. Disappearance of Kyron Horman. Missing for 9 years. Yeah, he's in Oregon. I couldn't even imagine having a kid missing for 10 years. I don't know how I would go on. I don't know how I would even fucking think straight.
It's been 9 years since Kyron Horman disappeared from Skyline Elementary, but the search for him is still going strong.
Well, the investigation is still very active, and I think that's one thing that's very important. They have a lot of investigators kind of coming in and off the case that we've been briefed on, and they still have the multi-agency approach, but they've kind of added a few more in as they've gotten more tips and leads.
Kane Horman, Kyron's father, has never given up hope. For the 8th year in a row, he organized Kyron's car show. This is more than just a fun event, though. It's about bringing awareness to Kyron's case. That's why many people, like Stephen Hopper, the president of the Mustang Wranglers, bring their cars each year.
We're here to support Kane and his charity, the Kyron Horman Foundation. We do everything we can to help him.
All proceeds from the event go to the Kyron Horman Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families of missing children. Part of that is raising awareness, which is something Kane says is still needed in Kyron's case.
We still need help with awareness. I know that recently there were some statements in the media made around honing in or limiting a search area or a few other things that might indicate that maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel on this thing, and that's not the case. We are still actively looking for him. To my knowledge, via the briefings I've had, there is no narrowed search area.
Just admit you love me, Bad Wolf, and all is good.
This car show comes...
Do you really think I need protection? Come on now. Let's not be silly here.
Just 2 months after Kyron's mom sat down with our Kyle Aboshi, she also said at the time the investigation is still very active with recent searches and new computer and phone evidence. Back to you. All right, Lily.
I can't even imagine having a kid missing for that long. I just can't. Because that's like you don't know. You want to have hope. Tonight's Asmar, you want to have hope, but at the same time, you just don't know. To be honest, you intimidate sometimes. I intimidate you? Come on, Bad Wolf. Who can intimidate you?
my message to everybody is no matter what the outcome, no matter what Terry did that day, we still have to find Kyron. We still have to bring...
Who's Terry? Who's Terry, guys? It said no matter what Terry did that day. Who's Terry?
Him home.
9 years after her son disappeared from his Northwest Portland school, Kyron Horman's mother says she hasn't given up hope he'll be found. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brenda Braxton. KGW's Kyle Aboshi has been covering this case since the very beginning. And Kyle, you spoke with Kyron's mom.
Brenda Desiree Young hopes a new book that she's been working on with a best-selling author will help raise awareness about her son's disappearance. It'll be released later this year. The title, Love You Forever, The Search for Kyron Horman. At a press conference this morning, Desiree Young said the book will provide an inside perspective into her struggle over the past 9 years. Kyron Horman disappeared on June 4, 2010. He was last seen at Skyline School in Northwest Portland. His stepmother, Terry Horman, snapped this photo of the second grader at the school science fair. For days, the FBI and local police searched but found nothing. In a lengthy interview with KGW at her Medford home last week, Desiree said she suspected the stepmom was responsible because of her odd behavior, including failed lie detector tests. And Desiree explained, unlike others, Terry Horman had a difficult time piecing together her whereabouts shortly after Kyron disappeared.
I know everything I did that.
No interest, Jane, at all. She got all hell breaking loose. What would she have to ask me? I got no interest in it.
That was the day that our world turned upside down. I can tell you where I was. There's no way that she doesn't know where she was at.
All right, she got mad at the dad, picked him up from school, and they can't find a kid. It happened in Oregon. We believe she buried him somewhere, and they've never been able to stick to case on her. Are the parents back together now?
Terry Horman could not be reached for comment. She's never been charged. As for the investigation, Kyron's mom said it is still, quote, very active. There have been recent searches at new undisclosed locations, and searchers have narrowed the search area to about 100 acres. She said police have new evidence thanks to advancements in computer and cell phone technology. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office would only confirm the investigation is continuing. Back to you.
Everybody wants some answers. Thank you, Kyle.
It looks interesting. I'm telling you, Amelia, I'm done with it. I'm bored.
The search for Kyron Horman started on June 4, 2010.
So if they think the mom buried him, how come they're not able to find him? I mean, there's a lot of info on this case. I might be interested in this. I mean, there's a lot of info on it. I like stuff with... What's up, Banana? I like stuff with a lot of info. She hasn't said where he's at.
Now to the disappearance of Kyron Horman. His stepmother thinks police may have missed an important clue in the investigation. Terry Horman appeared on national television for the second straight day to talk about the case. KGW's Kyle Aboshi is live in the newsroom. Kyle, Terry Horman says she thinks Kyron is still alive.
Joe Terry Horman hopes Kyron is found. She told Dr. Phil she had nothing to do with her stepson's disappearance. Instead, she thinks police should be looking in a different direction.
Well, that would be because the...
Terry Horman defended herself on the Dr. Phil show, responding to very...
It's not playing anymore. That's fucking crazy.
We're back, and again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We're debriefing on the Horman case This after Carrie Norman appeared on the Dr. Phil show for a second straight day. Dr. Phil asking her very pointed questions about a variety of subjects, including her odd behavior in the days and the weeks following Kyron's disappearance. That includes a Facebook post where she talks about going to the gym. She explains that law enforcement told her to go along her regular routine. And also questions about this sexting with another man in the weeks following Kyron's disappearance.
The video I did with someone I liked, and Tawanda and Steve, the 321 mark, that look captured my heart and it broke for you at the same time. What are you talking about? Whiskey? What look? Should not make it out live of that prison. She has a long time. Whew. There's so much full each entry. He's going on in Oregon. They even have GPS tracked a phone, and they still can't find that poor kid. It's unbelievable. It's unsolved. Yeah, that's whacked. Don't say his name. The piece of shit. Yeah, I miss Steve too. I don't know where he's been. The picker took that child. It's crazy. These cases are nuts. Don't call him names either. Okay. Why he calls me fucking names? Hey, Red Lotus. So many babies being hurt, so heartbreaking. I know. I'm going to watch that tomorrow. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I know, because everyone seems to be watching it. How many episodes are in it? How about them Dodgers? How about them Yankees? She's in jail. Who's in jail? Oh, the mom? Gannon's mom? Yeah, she's in jail. She's psycho. Cried so much listening to that case. How many episodes is it? Is it like 10 or is it like 5? I could do one by one though. I could do a live or a video after each one. Or maybe I'll just make a video for it and then go live. I don't know. Let's do it together. I'm in on that case too. Let's do it. It's 6 episodes. Alright, I can get it done tomorrow. It was right in our backyard. Remember it all over the news here. It's on Netflix. I'm not sure how many. Yeah, they just said it was 6. I'll have to look into it. As long as it's not like 10 hours. Because then it gets a little rough. I'll do it with you. Okay. It's not because they have the person that did it. They know who did it, and she's walking free in Oregon. It's totally obvious she had she picked a stinker up from school to spite the real mom. That's crazy. That is crazy. People are insane. You guys talking about 2 different cases, though. I didn't make it through the first episode. No shit. I'm gonna have to watch it. Now you guys got me interested. So you guys filled me up with some easy true crime. But on that note, I am going to shut down because I want to finish watching the HBO special. And I guess I'm going to get started on Gabrielle. Because my internet, I can't do a video tonight. Because it'll look like shit. I'll tell you, Laura, it's rough. Nah, I got this. I got this. What's up, Angel Pepper? This was fun. Yeah. I'll build this channel back up in no time. We'll be rocking. Rocking and rolling. As John Travolta would say, rocking and rolling. So, my internet, well, I'm sure will be fine by tomorrow. I already did that, Stacy. It's not the router. It's just the internet. Let me run a speed test again, although I don't even have to. It's gonna be bad. I know what you're talking about, Just Angel. I knew what you meant. Run speed test. Oh, it's a little better than it was. No, maybe not. 2 megabytes per second. So glad I paid for 600. Yeah, you know it's the weather because my upload is fine. My ping is extremely high and my download is extremely low. So, alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. And that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And thank God my channel's back. Yay! I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to do a fun live tomorrow morning. Probably when I get up. Just because I can. I'm off tomorrow. So you guys always know I'll do one when I wake up. Probably like 10 or 11. Just a bullshit. No drama. And I will see you guys later. Peace. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We got to get to 10,000. Alright? I'll see you guys later. Bye.